record high temperatures continued this week. One sign of the heat popped up in Osseo, and we mean that literally. Some of the sidewalk pavers in Bourboon Park popped because of the heat. City staff say the excessive heat caused the pavers to slowly expand, so they popped out of place. Public Works crews already repaired the pavers, so there's not a danger to pedestrians. Speaking of heat, imagine what it's like to fight a fire in these conditions. For days like these, the city of Plymouth has been preparing in more ways than one to keep its firefighters and communities safe. Over the last couple of years, the city transitioned to a 24-hour-a-day staffing model. That system relies on both full-time and volunteer firefighters. The change was necessary as the city's population and call volumes grew. Now the fire department is embarking on other major changes. Sonia Goins joins us now to explain how these changes impact its physical buildings.
2 Plymouth fire stations are about to undergo major upgrades to improve aging buildings and to accommodate around-the-clock firefighter shifts.
1, 2, 3.
Wednesday, the city held a groundbreaking ceremony to mark the occasion. Fire Station 2 will be completely torn down and rebuilt. It was constructed in 1977 and no longer meets the needs of day-to-day operations. The improvement will include a large residence area to allow for full-time firefighters working 24-hour shifts. Meanwhile, Fire Station 3 is getting a much-needed makeover. It was built in 1989 and has developed moisture issues and has outdated safety conditions. The expansion will include additional living space, locker rooms, and training areas. Officials say the project will allow firefighters to serve the city more efficiently.
We're doing this for 2 reasons. First and foremost is keep our firefighters so they have all the tools and equipment necessary in order to fight fires. They'll be able to respond in the fastest possible way out to a fire or an emergency event.
Although Station 2 will be demolished, fire service will continue at a temporary location. Both projects are expected to wrap up mid to late fall of 2022. In Plymouth, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The city of Maple Grove plans to go to the state legislature to help fund its community center expansion project. The city wants the project included in next year's state bonding bill. Maple Grove considers the community center not just a city asset, but a regional one, as it brings in more than 650,000 visitors annually. A city council and park board recommendation would expand and renovate the center, making significant improvements to its aquatics, fitness, and event space. A third sheet of ice would also be added to the ice arena. The proposal includes building a vertical parking ramp and acquiring the neighboring Lifetime Fitness space to help with the expansion. The anticipated cost, $114 million. The project would not include a curling center modeled after the one in Chaska or a theater, amenities that were initially considered. Park officials felt the project space would be maxed out with the current proposal. Meanwhile, the Maple Grove City Council has adopted a food truck ordinance. The city currently does not have an ordinance at a time when the popularity of food trucks has skyrocketed. The new ordinance would essentially put into code how food trucks can operate in the city. It goes into effect in 2022. All food trucks are regulated by the state and county. Under Maple Grove's ordinance, food trucks would be prohibited in residential neighborhoods unless it's for a private event like a graduation party. Food trucks would also not be allowed on streets unless they obtain a special event permit. All around the northwest suburbs, we've heard from restaurants, manufacturers, even cities who've had a hard time finding workers. And that certainly doesn't exclude the largest company in the U.S. As Delane Cleveland reports, Walmart is taking several steps to find workers.
Employers across Minnesota are on the search for good help. That includes the Brooklyn Center Walmart. They're looking to hire between 50 to 100 people this summer, and they're hosting a job fair later this month to help achieve that goal.
We invite anybody that is potentially looking for a job to come out and meet with us. Great company, lots of opportunities. we want to connect with the community here.
Walmart announced the big hiring push Wednesday morning in conjunction with representatives from the nonprofit organization Minnesota Acts Now. Walmart officials say they're looking for people who want to fold clothes, stock shelves, push carts, or cashier. Meanwhile, Minnesota Acts Now wants to help get young people off the streets. And the hope is that by providing them with job opportunities, that will reduce some of the violence across the Twin Cities.
We are reaching out to our inner city kids, our youth. Some of the reasons why we have a lot of murders out there is because people are too idle. We are reaching, we're saying, come on, we got jobs for you. Come here. You shop here, you can also be hired here.
The Walmart Job Fair is June 26th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're looking to hire for all shifts and all positions. But the overnight stocking position, for example, has a starting wage of $17.50 an hour. In Brooklyn Center, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
In Crystal, the city's police department has a new member on its force. K-9 handler Mike Callan and his partner Ace just finished up the training process and graduated from police K-9 school. They began their duties last week. We'll be right back.
Looking for local, even more local? CCX Media connects you to your community and surrounding communities in multiple ways. CCX News connects you to your community through local stories that affect your daily life. Learn what's happening in your city, schools, and community. From top stories, sports highlights, and weekly features, CCX News offers truly local stories you won't find anywhere else. Our content can be watched at home or on the go. See all that we can do for you. Visit ccxmedia.org.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
The state high school softball tournament is next week in Mankato. One local school punched their ticket to state Tuesday afternoon. Jason Malillo has the highlights.
In the Section 6 4A softball championship, Hopkins facing Minneapolis Southwest. Bottom first, Signe Dose drops a fly ball in the right field corner and hustles all the way around for a leadoff inside the park home run for the Royals. And that starts a big inning. Kate Satras-Veely rips a base hit to score Tori Turgeon and Ruth Freiberg. Then Dose rips another run-scoring hit, bringing around Cassidy Allen and Anissa Dysart. It's a 9-run outburst for the Royals. Top third, Dose leads off with another home run, this one the over-the-fence variety, and it's 10-1 Hopkins. Next up is Lauren Granger, and she goes yard for another solo shot, and it's 11-1 on back-to-back homers by Hopkins. Then in the fifth, it's Granger with a 3-run blast as the Royals win 14-3 to claim the section title. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
The state Class 3A boys and girls golf tournaments return to Bunker Hills next Tuesday and Wednesday. Some local players in the Section 6 tournament earned a berth at state this week. Here's Jay Wilcox with more.
Jonathan Essen of Armstrong tees off on day 2 of the Section 6 3A golf tournament at Pioneer Creek. Essen just misses out on the last state qualifier spot. Check out the great putt by Will Nelson of Hopkins. It's about a 30-footer for birdie on the 10th hole, but Nelson also just misses out on qualifying for state. Here's one of the 2 co-champs. Armstrong's Evan Dimich sinks the nice par putt on 11 on his way to a second round 69. He ties for first with a 142 total, and his team is second. The co-winner is Jack Wetzel of Edina. This is for birdie on the 11th hole. Wetzel also shoots 142 and leads the Hornets to the team title. Dylan Nelko of Wayzata struggles a bit after a first-round 68, but nails the putt here and cards a 77 for a 145 total to place third and advance to state. His teammate Wyatt Carlson drills a 10-foot par putt on number 12, and Carlson is also headed to state after placing 7th. On to the girls, and Wayzata's Sashi Deshmukh pars the 7th hole. She places third with a 156 total to qualify for state. Georgia Hinton of Hopkins had a first day 78. She isn't quite as sharp on day 2, but still records a 164 total to tie for 7th and advance to state. Sam Duty of Wayzata is right on target for birdie on the 7th, but just misses out on advancing to state, and her Trojans place 2nd as a team. Kate Burke and Edina roll to the team win, 40 strokes ahead of Wayzata. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Just a couple of weeks left for our play of the week for the spring sports season. Here's a look at our latest winner. It's Armstrong outfielder Lauren Jones for her diving grab on the Falcons' 9-3 win over rival Cooper. Jones' catch received 47% of your vote. Congratulations to Lauren. 4 new plays are up now for you to choose from. Go to ccxmedia.org, click on the sports tab, and then go to Play of the Week page to cast your vote.
Looking for local, even more local? CCX Media connects you to your community and surrounding communities in multiple ways. CCX News connects you to your community through local stories that affect your daily life. Learn what's happening in your city, schools, and community. From top stories, sports highlights, and weekly features, CCX News offers truly local stories you won't find anywhere else. Our content can be watched at home or on the go. See all that we can do for you. Visit ccxmedia.org.